His father was a pipe fitter, as was his father's father. Chuck Ohrn came from a family of pipe fitters, becoming one himself. He could never have imagined that his apprenticeship was uniquely preparing him for war.
I started as a 597 pipe fitter apprentice, and not having 6 months into my apprenticeship, I got my draft notice. So instead of going into the Army, I went down and I joined the Navy.
Chuck was ready to serve his country, though he will admit to being a bit relieved to be heading to the Hawaiian Islands instead of the conflict in Vietnam.
I was sent to Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. I said, oh, that's a great station. And maybe a month and a half after that, set sail for Vietnam. So I spent 3 tours in Vietnam. I went aboard the USS Benjamin Stoddard, which was a guided missile destroyer. And for the next 3.5 years, I lived on that boat. Ship. Can't call them a boat.
The apprenticeship that he was just beginning stateside determined the role he would play.
So I was in damage control. If anything broke down mechanical, piping-wise, I would take care of it. We're there for gunfire support. My basic duty was I'd sit there right outside the engine rooms with my damage control gear on and just pray that we didn't get any calls.
Chuck safely returned home from his 3 tours in Vietnam. He didn't reflect on his naval career till years later when he was approached about joining the VFW. His involvement with the organization quickly expanded.
In 2000, our quartermaster decided he was in his 80s, so he was getting tired of it. So I said, yeah, I can do it for a year or 2. And I've been doing it ever since.
As the officer responsible for all post funds, Chuck takes his VFW duties very seriously. Along with his wife Carol, they are an important part of the Mount Prospect Post 1337. When asked, Chuck is quick to answer what he's most proud of.
This hat. It's the All-American hat, and VFW posts are divided into groups. In that group, you have to be in the top 25 to get this. And we've done it 3 years in a row.
But it's also Mount Prospect he's proud of and how they treat their veterans.
When I march in a parade and all the citizens or people are on the sidelines and you watch them all, as the flag goes by, everybody stands for the flag. And there was one parade, our 4th of July parade, where this old man in a wheelchair was standing up. And he looked at the guy sitting next to him on the ground and says, get off your ass and stand up for the flag.